Y'all are not going to believe this. You're not going to believe it. I made a whole video that was about 20 minutes long. And I hadn't pressed record. Oh, brother, don't you hate when that happens? I haven't done that for a long time. I did not. What happened was I was trying to do it with the phone turned backwards. You know, with the... Someone said on the video, I forgot who said it. I think it was Sheila. She said that if you look through the back lens, you know, like turn the phone around, it'll look like you're looking into the camera. And so I was trying it. And I thought the darn thing was going. And I did a whole spiel about how I made my first order to Instacart and what happened to Instacart and the mistake, you know, once you make the video the first time, you can't unring a bell, you know, like it's not going to come out like it did that first time. Because the first time, you know, you're natural, but now here you are trying to repeat what you said. And you know that ain't happening, Captain. And so anyway, I ordered my Instacart. I said, let me try it. Because I was out of cereal and I didn't feel like going out today. Even though it's a gorgeous day, I tell you, the weather is almost perfect. I mean, it is so perfect. The air, it feels clean as if God has actually washed the earth. That's how it feels over here. The air is fresher. You know, it's a nice, clean, like it just washed it up yesterday. And we had some thunderstorm that started around 5 or 5:30, somewhere along there. And they just continued to go on. They would stop. It was like the weatherman said, it was a line of storms. It would stop, then it would come back. Stop, and then it start up again. And it finally ended, I think, last night around 12 midnight or something like that. Oh, sounds like somebody was talking right outside my window, y'all. I don't care if it is daylight. I don't appreciate that. But that's the girl next door. But anyway, and last night, I think I heard maybe, you know, like the first part of it. I didn't hear a whole lot of thunder. It wasn't really stormy. It was just like a distant thunder. Oh, they're gone. And then last night, the very last storm that came through last night around midnight, there was a sort of loud clap of thunder. I was sitting at the computer and I got up and went in the bathroom. You know, it just went like that. That was it. Because I thought it was going to be more. That's why I went to the bathroom. I turned my computer off. I turned the TV off. I headed into the bathroom. And I didn't hear nothing else after that. I said, this is over. It's over. Just like that loud clap of thunder. That must have been the finale because I ain't hear no more. Sure did nothing else. But let's get back to the Instacart thing. Okay, so I'm looking in Instacart, trying to figure it out because my grandson, like I said, on Sunday, he had already, you know, set it up for me and everything. I thought he told me I didn't have to put nothing else in there once I got it all set up because he had to put my bank, you know, all my information, my bank card and all that, the date, you know how you do it. Put all that information in there. But I still had to do that again today when I went to, you know, shopping on Instagram. I mean, Instacart. Shopping on Instagram. Hello. How you doing, brother? And so, anyway, I was getting confused about how to close it out and how to order. You know, I didn't think about how to order. One thing I found out how to order, you know, if you're going to order from Instacart, you got to be specific. You know, like when you're in the store, you just pick it up off the shelf. But when you're on an app, you got to be specific about what you want. For instance, I like organic whole milk, but instead I checked, I think, the two. Let me double check that. I'm going to go and look in my fridge and see what's in here. Because I ordered two of everything. Two. You know, all you got to do is hit the plus sign. See, I got that reduced fat. Now, I've never had this before. It's organic. But I never had organic reduced fat milk before. And so I got two of those. 2 boxes of Honey Nut Cheerios, which I usually get the big box. But I chose when I was shopping, I picked the regular size box. And I done ate some of them now, though. I was like, hey, that's why my stomach's so full. But I would take that back to the store. And then the milk, I didn't use the organic milk at all yet. I said, if I feel like it tomorrow, I'll just take that back. Because I don't, buy that low fat. I just buy my regular milk. Organic, but, whole milk. And so you have to be specific. You have to be careful about stuff like that. And the potato chips. Now, I didn't want the weighted potato chips because they're a little harder, as you know, than the other chips. And I picked the regular chips. So then they had to contact me. Well, they didn't actually call me or anything like that. They text me, I think it was. I think they sent me a text, like a notification, if I wanted, to make a change because they didn't have the other one. And so I approved it, that I'll take these. It was quite an experience. It took me a long time. It took me a whole lot longer to shop online than to do in person. When I go in person, I'm in and out of there, like quick, fast, and in a hurry. But here, I had to be careful. And everything I was ordering 2. I ordered 2 cases of water, 2 boxes of stovetop stuffing. I must have ordered 1 because I only got 1. So I say that 1 stovetop stuffing, 2 boxes of cereal, 2 half a gallons of milk. And that was all. I don't think I ordered anything else. I was very, couldn't think of anything. You know how you can't think of anything, but you can think of a lot of stuff after you are done. You can think of a whole lot of stuff. But after that, after I ordered everything and getting ready to check out, I had a problem checking out. And they've got this long thing of, things that you got to agree to. Ain't nobody got time to be reading all that. It's nuts. I didn't even read the first freaking paragraph. I was trying to get to the end. If it said, you know how you get to the end and say agree, I was going to hit the agree. But I never got to that. And so I said, oh my goodness, what am I supposed to do now? And so finally, I had gotten it figured out. They wanted me, I had to fill out my address. Again, my grandson had already put all this information in there. I thought that's what he told me, that I wouldn't have to do any of that because they already had the information. I guess I just had to verify that it's me, and that I have to prove that it's me by putting in that same info, I said, wow. So anyway, I got through that part. And then it gets to the part about, do I want to leave some instructions? No, the only thing I want them to do is ring that doorbell to make sure that I know it's out there in case somebody decide they want to get thirsty and come and get my water off my porch. So that's what I told them, to ring the doorbell. And what was it? What is the other thing? Oh, the other thing was, do I want to tip the driver? I have to put the amount, and then I got to put that's when the bank information comes. You got to put that thing in there. Do you want to give them $1? You can give them $1 if you want to. Or you can give them a $2, $5, and if you want to give them more, if you want to be a big shot, you can put more in there, to give this driver. And then I think the delivery itself, I'm not sure, it's like $7.99 or something like that. I'll tell you the truth, I'm really not sure. Like I said, I gotta look at my bank and find out how much they took out of my bank. Because I'm thinking it'd probably be around $10, just for the deliverer and the driver. Next time, give them the driver about $1. So Stop and Shop is right over there. Hello. No, I'll probably still give him $3. I gave him $3. And that didn't sound too cheap, right? It's enough almost to get a gallon of gas. How much is gas these days? I ain't never pumped gas. I pumped gas once in my life. And that's honest and true. And I used to drive. I always drive. My husband had the car and everything, and he worked nights, and I worked sometimes. My work, I could take the car to my job, and he would walk from the house to the job and pick the car up. I had to make sure I parked it on the street so he could see it. I think a couple of times I went to run the battery down. That poor boy, he couldn't even go to work because the battery had went dead. I had left the lights on the car. I was working at a telephone company. And then, let me tell you something else. I think I may have said this before up here, but I get tickled every time I think about it. And they used to have a guard for the operators. I was a telephone operator. So you used to have a guard, to walk you to your car at night. And this guard, to me, he was so old. What the freak was he going to do if somebody attacked me in the parking lot? Not a darn thing. Try to save thyself, if possible, which I doubt if he could even run that fast. But anyway, I had the tendency of not knowing where I parked. He knew it. The guard knew it. He had gotten used to me, because how you work a split when you work in a telephone company. So at night, I go in the morning, work a few hours, come home, go back, work some more, some more hours, couple more hours, 2 or 3, however it worked, with the split. And so the guard knew right away. He knew that I did not know where that car was. And I didn't. I don't know why I didn't pay more attention to where the heck I was parked at. And I think a couple of times, like I said, the times that I had to park on the street so my husband could get the car. I think I did that a couple of times. Just left the car, just got out, turned the motor off, and the light somehow or another was still on, and run the battery down. But I never put gas in it. The only thing I did to that car was, I drove for about 2 years. And then I was done because I had 2 accidents in 2 years. That was enough for me. I said, oh, somebody don't need to die. Somebody not with the program. And I was young at the time. I still didn't know how to drive that good. But anyway, that was when I had a license here in Connecticut, and then I had Jersey. When I went to New Jersey, I got Jersey license. Then when we moved back to Connecticut, I didn't even bother to get a license because not the way I was carrying on. I said, no way, I need to drive. But I never, ever pumped gas in the car. When I pumped gas, I think it was when my sister was still driving. Yeah, I pumped gas in her car, not my car, her car. She had to tell me how to do it because I had no clue. Nope. And back in the day, I think they had those guys they still had guys out there that would pump your gas for you. But today, do they still have somebody? I don't think they have anybody out there to pump gas for you today, right? You got to pump your own. But when the tenants, they used to come out, check your oil and windshield wipe your, do the wipe your window or something off like that. That kind of thing. I don't know where I'm talking about this. I wasn't talking about this when I first came. You know, that first video that I made, which I think it was a better video than this one. Because, you know, it was fresh. And it was coming off fresh. Coming off fresh like I really knew what I was talking about. Well, now I'm just jibber-jabbing. And on that note, I go with love. And I'll see you again soon.